The Ultra expected was to look through the wrong side of the looking glass, but Ginebra and Alaska put on each other's masks in Game 2. At first, it was Alaska that was an all-import show. It was Alaska that became an offensive weapon. It was Alaska that was hitting the outside shot more. But as time wore on and Ginebra's locals fought back, Alaska realized that their opponents had changed their motto.
Don't let Matthews beat them, let the locals beat you. Now they got to reevaluate themselves, and because the Streeto played well, Gonzago came down with some big baskets at the end, and Leo just beat them all night long.
And as Sonny Jaworski paced his defenders, irresistible force became the immovable object.
Nagkaroon ng magandang ikot ng tao sa defense.
And when the defense was thinking twice, Matthews delivered the killing blows, taking the crowd back into the game. Ginebra must try for a big start in this pivotal third game. They must continually pace their men and get big games from those who haven't produced. They must also keep Alaska from dictating the tempo. For Alaska, Sean Chambers must not have his game taken away even when the defense stays strong. Alaska must move better and go with the rotation that won them Game 1. They must not miss their opportunities at the foul line or inside, or Ginebra will burn them. And once again, they must keep their cool. Both teams know there is much more in store.
Get back in the basketball game. We've got to own these last 2 minutes, fellas.
I know Alaska knows that we can do a better job than we did tonight.
Game 3, the big breakthrough. Who makes it first? And Game 3 of the finals unravels tonight. Who will indeed make the big breakthrough? Will it be Ginebra San Miguel taking Game 3 or Alaska Milk? Each team has probed the other's weaknesses and held sway in one game, but this is the game that matters. Game 3 to put one ahead of the other and reduce it to 2 more games or possibly one last encounter. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to a throbbing, pulsing Ultra. My name is Bill Velasco, and joining me once again tonight, our respected colleague, our resident doctor of basketball in the Philippines, Andy Howe. And Andy, there are a lot of things to talk about in this game.
Well, obviously, the first thing that comes to our mind is that these two teams so far have played an evenly matched ball game. Alaska taking the first one by 1 point and Ginebra coming back with a 2-point victory. How close can you get in 2 games? So obviously you can say that nobody really has a big decided advantage, but the thing could come in as the series progresses. Now, of course, I personally believe that you take this as 1 game at a time. It's down to a best of 3 series, but you look to this game and not look at it as a safety, as something that can give you a big advantage. The only thing that it can do if you come up with a victory tonight is put a lot of pressure on the other team. But I also know that players, coaches, once you're inside the court, when the game is really flowing already, everybody is relaxed and everybody really plays the game as it comes along. So obviously we're going to see a lot. Ginebra, I thought, really can play much better, as Sonny Jaworski said, because in that last game, already Alaska had the opportunity to take that game away from them, but it did not happen as they relaxed a little bit, and after a timeout there by the Ginebra squad, they came back and eventually took that ball game on a better playing end game.
To show you how close things have gotten and how each team has maximized his area of expertise. There, half a point separating the 2 teams.
In 2 games, 54% shooting, however, for Ginebra. 3-point territory has not been good for Ginebra, and that is one area where they can do much better because they kill a lot of, and Alaska has been given a lot of free throws. Remember, 71
yes,
compared to only 50 in 2 games. That's a 21 differential. Rebounding is very close. Now, something that I also noticed that, we have a lot of averages for Matthews, but obviously against a team like Alaska, he's not going to get his 50, 60 points unless it's a blown-out game, and Alaska just gives up defending because they're going to challenge him, and they've devised many ways to try to stop Matthews. No?
Have they been neutralized? These 2 guys are leading contenders for the Best Import Award, which will be revealed before the ball game. And the big question, Andy, is how much longer can each team contain the import of the other?
Well, as long as there are games, I think that's what they're trying to do. I think Chambers has lifted this game up as far as offensive game is concerned, but he has to do a better job at free throw shooting. Well, Matthews realizes that he's been double teaming a lot, and he would be forcing some shots if he were to continue to take as many shots as he did in the elimination in the semifinals. So he explained it at the top of the primer that he does get and needs local support. Now, so far, Leo Isaac has been very consistent, and so has Don Ampalayo. If Rudy Distrito, Chito Loizaga, and Ray Cuenco, together with Gonzalo, all come up with some better games than they've been performing in the past, certainly Ginebra is going to be very hard to beat in this next, how many games that we have. No?
And in just a short while, we will be giving you the awarding for the best import. Our colleague, Seb Sarmenta, will take care of that. Seb?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Game 3 of the third conference finals between Alaska Milk and Ginebra San Miguel. Before we get to the game proper, we would like to hand out the PBA's Best Import Award for the third conference this year. The Best Import Award is decided by the votes of the players, as well as the votes of the working media, print, radio, and television. The race eventually boiled down to 3 guest players, the import from Pepsi, Alaska, and Ginebra. The third placer got 22 votes from the players, 2 from the press, for a total of 24. The second placer picked up 15 votes from the players, 16 from the press, for a total of 31. Before I call out the name of the player who got the Best Import Award, may I call on the chairman of the PBA, Mr. Luis Lorenzo Sr., and the commissioner, Attorney Rodrigo Salud, for the presentation of the Best Import Award to Ginebra's Wes Matthews. Ladies and gentlemen, Wes Matthews got 24 votes from the players, 24 from the players, 38 from the press, for a total of 62. Congratulations to Wes Matthews. And now let's have game number 3 of the third conference finals.
And that is more fuel for the fire. We'll light the fuse for Game 3, Ginebra San Miguel versus Alaska Milk, after these messages. Standard issue and strong starting 5 for Alaska Milk, while the same starting unit from Game 2 for Sonny Jaworski and his crew, sacrificing Larry Villanil and Sean Chambers before bringing in Chito Loizaga, Andy.
Well, that is a strategy that worked for them, and obviously when something works for you, you go to it. Although you'll have a smaller lineup, they don't have a legitimate center with Ampalayo playing that position for them. And Polistico beats Matthew to the jump there, so it's an easy first offensive play here for the Alaska Milkmen.
Wes Matthews is on Frankie Lim, trying to disturb him from really stirring up the play. Alvarez to Polistico on the outside. There's going to be a foul on Villanil, bodying up early on Sean Chambers.
Foul, Villanil.
Don Ampalayo gives him a talking to.
Well, that's his job, and he's going to have to stick to it and think of the other things as bonuses, but he's got to box him out from the boards and prevent him from scoring. Chambers, however, is sliding in already, and that's a basket by Frankie Lim.
Frankie Lim likes to open things up with shots from the outside. And on occasion, Tim Cone has experimented with lineups without a true point guard. He gives them more size in the backcourt. They swing the ball around. Gonzalo.
See, they're not going to go to Matthews right away. It was almost always been double team, and the shot clock is winding down, but Jojo loses it to the end line, so Ginebra will have a 5-second shot clock to work with. I don't know, it's a full 25, although there was no clear possession, so I thought that was wrong.
That's exactly what Tim Cone is questioning. He's asking, was there a clear change of possession?
I didn't think so, but it has been reset to 25, so that was automatic. Maybe the man pressed on it, and Alpalayo shoots a three-pointer in about 3 seconds, so that put that thing away, no?
All right, Bong Alvarez with a rebound there, skying high for it. Frankie Lim gives him the ball. Alvarez squeezes in between two players, gets a foul, and have to earn it from the stripe. That's the second foul on Larry Villanil.
Again, very aggressive on the part of Alaska at the start of the ball game, as they have done. Remember, the game that they had won, it was below 100 points. The game that they lost, it went over 100 points, no?
That is a point well worth taking note of, Andy.
Yes, a bigger shooting game Ginebra likes. You know, remember, Alaska got 24 points from two guys who they did not really expect to give them that many. That is Gomez and Nandi Garcia in that game that they lost. No? Bong Alvarez makes the first free throw to up the lead of Alaska to 3. Ginebra still scoreless, and it's a 4-0 lead here for the Alaska Milkmen.
Their fans cheer them on wildly. Incidentally, the referees for this match, De Leon, Rivera, and Chua. Matthews with a long triple V. This one's out. Lim.
He has not been shooting that well from the three-point territory, but when it counted for them in the second game, he pumped in 7 points, including a 4-point play, as Alvarez drives closer.
Jumping over everybody, but not getting good balance on that shot. 4-0 is the count. Ginebra still scoreless. Gonzalgo with a long bomb.
A 2-point shot there. Gonzalgo caught stepping on the line. Gonzalgo's offensive game completely zero in the first game, improved a little bit, and that helped them make the comeback in the second game.
As you heard in our primer, Gonzalgo, Isaac, and Distrito really hurt Alaska in game 2, and that's what freed Matthews in the end game. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Lastimosa bothered. Polistico with the rebound. Will he put it back in?
Yes. And the fact that they have no big men to box out a Polistico or to get the rebound outright is hurting Ginebra here.
Ampalayo having problems against Polistico. Puts up an off-balance shot. Chambers secures it.
Very four-shot selection, as you would say, on the part of Ampalayo, because the guard made the mistake of giving him the ball and forcing him to come up with a situation he did not want.
Alvarez one-on-one against Gonzalgo. Polistico on the outside. Lim feeds Chambers.
A little bit long on that shot. A shot that he likes.
That lean-in jumper. Favorite shot of Sean Chambers, but his offense practically vanished in the second half of game 2.
Including his free throw shooting was horrendous.
Especially 6 out of 13. Ampalayo threw it up, it didn't go in.
And Polistico gives them no second chances. Polistico following Ampalayo to the hoop and getting that defensive rebound. Still a 4-point lead being enjoyed by Alaska. Ginebra starting slowly here.
And as we said, no small leads are going to be safe in this kind of a series. Ampalayo steps into that play. 5 seconds on the shot clock for Alaska.
Well read. He left his man. Polistico was way out on top and helped out his teammate by knocking it off. Knocking the ball out of play.
Lim. Polistico takes a baseline jumper. It's out. Isaac trying to box out Chambers. Didn't work. Feeds Lim under the basket. Matthews was nowhere to be found.
Made the mistake of helping out his teammate. And Frankie Lim stepped into the play after an inbound. Got a pass underneath the basket. So it's an 8-2 count in favor of Alaska.
As we said in game 1, it's the team that displays more of the other's character.
Well, Daniel trying to get 2 points and hit nothing but air, and a long air too. It was really long.
Lim cuts inside, gets a left-handed shot, and is fouled by Isaac.
And you know, that shot of Villanil really threw his teammates off. It made Matthews leave Frankie Lim. Frankie Lim is cutting. Matthews is way behind him. Isaac, that's not his man. He's got to help out. He gives up the foul. And as in this series, Alaska again gets the good head start against Ginebra. Ginebra has never had a good head start in this series.
9-2 is the count. Almost 4 minutes have gone by, and Ginebra has only scored 2 points, courtesy of Dante Gonzalgo from long range at that.
And Frankie Lim gives them an 8-point lead, 10-2. Ginebra looking at a big 8-point deficit, but we're only in the first quarter.
Oh yes, we've still got forever And that's what it must feel like for these two teams sometimes. Matthews goes up and challenges the whole defense of Alaska.
Well, he's still very fresh, and he's cutting from the weak side, so that got his defensive man Alvarez out of the way, but Chambers helped him out there. 10-4 is the count. Alvarez having that ball knocked out from behind, but Chambers picking it up.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Chambers high up off the glass, goes up for seconds, but he's fouled downstairs.
It's going to be on Gonzalgo. That's going to be number 1 on him, and Ginebra will already have picked up 14 fouls compared to none for Alaska.
7 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Ginebra struggling to find its offense.
And they're having a lot of problems with the mismatches. That's why. Oh, a bad pass,
with a
however.
no-look pass. Alvarez couldn't control it.
He was cutting in. The pass was given as a lob, hoping for him to get it and get into position.
Matthews. Ampalay on the outside.
Feed off. There's the switch.
Double team on Matthews. Isaac. Long distance. Doesn't go. Chambers with the rebound.
Isaac hit a very important shot like that in the last quarter, in the last few minutes of the second game. Frankie Lim using the pick of Polistico, and Chambers going to the low post position.
Villanil trying to disturb him. Chambers unmolested.
No problem there for Chambers. 12-4 is the count. And Frankie Lim with a very nice lead bounce pass to him there. All he had to do was pick it up.
Isaac buries the jumper, so Ginebra starting to pick up its offense now. The score is 12-6.
6:30 left, and they've only scored 6 points. Alaska has had 12. Alaska again with his paralyzing defense there.
Not to mention using up a lot of time, lulling the other team. Alvarez going up with a one-hander. Tries a second time. Polistico is there.
And the fact that they don't have a big center on the floor is killing Ginebra, as Polistico already has 4 points. And Alaska is having second chance points, while Ginebra doesn't have any of those.
4 points and 4 rebounds across Don Polistico's name. Matthews going in strong, had nowhere to go, goes out to Isaac, forced to put up this jumper. It's too long. Lastimosa taps it to Polistico, ahead to Alvarez. He has Matthews on him, goes up and stops it.
Alvarez stops it. He knew he had the advantage, and it's now a 10-point lead being enjoyed here by the Alaska team.
Sonny Jaworski was trying to call a timeout. Thread the needle pass from Matthews to Isaac. He doesn't score. Tipped up and in by up and out by Ampalayo. Lim. Lastimosa inside the Chambers. He's fouled by Matthews, and Matthews is yelling at his team to get back on defense.
Foul Matthews.
The ploy obviously is not working here, as Villanil has not helped, and they've not been able to stop the big man of Alaska. We have a timeout.
Timeout, Ginebra, San Miguel.
Yes, and that is what's hurt them. An outside shot by Frankie Lim, and that gives the Alaska Milkmen a 12-point lead. The Ginebra timeout sent Chito Loizaga into the ball game, replacing Villanil, and Frankie Lim picking up Chito Loizaga in defense. No?
Lim already has 8 points. Loizaga uncorks, doesn't get it. Ampalaya goes strong, challenging Polistico, gets the basket and a foul.
Ampalayo really has been playing well for Ginebra. He's been very steady and a gutsy player.
The masked marauder. Dondon Ampalayo.
One of the few times that Ginebra gets a second opportunity after a miss. Chito Loizaga trying his range from the outside there, but Ampalayo missing the extra point there. So it's still a 10-point lead.
Sean Chambers and Dong Polistico each have 5 rebounds apiece. That goes to show how well Alaska has controlled the boards.
That's right. There's a cut by Alvarez. He misses the layup.
Gonzalgo picking that rebound off easily. Matthews trying to find himself in scoring position. There's the double team. Gonzalgo with a triple V. No.
And that's not the best shot selection, although it could be explosive if you make it.
Chambers ahead to Alvarez for another stop.
And he's getting high up in there. As a matter of fact, Alaska is beating Ginebra at the game that it's like, actually getting more fast break points here.
That's the point we were making in game 1. It's the team that has more of the character of the other that's going to make it, and finding the open man is Dondon Ampalayo. Dante Gonzalgo has 4.
Well, that's a nice pass there by Ampalaya because he drew the defense to him, found Gonzalo all alone underneath the basket. So in exchange of baskets in the last few plays, lead is still at 10 here. The high of 12 for Alaska in this ball game.
Alvarez to Lastimosa. Jojo tries to get it to Polistico. Lim, Alvarez, 25 seconds, shot clock expires on them.
One of the few times that Ginebra has really helped well in the double teaming defense, as we take a look at some of the other people. That's Mr. Ambet Antonio,
yes,
the GAB chairman, no?
The new chairman
yes.
of the Games and Amusements Board.
A very close friend of Commissioner Salud.
Yes.
They go a long way back.
Wes Matthews drives hard but doesn't get the basket. Chambers with the rebound. Slows it up. Frankie Lim slow and getting up in the backcourt. Chambers out to Alvarez. Thought about it. Back to Chambers. Bothered by Loizaga. A bit too strong, and that's going to be a foul on Jojo Lastimosa going over the back of Dante Gonzalgo.
We have 3:13 left here in the first quarter. Alaska's 20 points, Ginebra's 10. Good shot for Chambers. He just didn't make it, and good boxing out tactics by Gonzalgo, resulting in over-the-back foul called against Jojo Lastimosa.
And the rebound story, 15-5 in Alaska's favor.
That's right.
And the difference actually is 10 points, 10 rebounds. Loizaga gets it.
This one. Loizaga still unsure of his shot. You can see he was following it as he released. You know, not like ordinarily if you make a shot, you know it's going to go in. You're so confident you're going back.
8-point lead for Alaska still. They haven't scored the past couple of times down the floor. Alvarez
Another foul by
out of his
Gonzalgo.
way by Dante Gonzalgo. That's the 16th foul on Ginebra. Alaska has but 2, and we have a timeout by Tim Cohn.
Timeout, Alaska.
Alaska has been in control. 20-12 is our count.
It's a very nice defense there put up by the Ginebra squad. And we have Matthews getting fouled and making the shot despite the stop of Polistico, who makes a second motion again.
Don Polistico tried to hold down Wes Matthews. No such luck. Let's see this again.
Here's a stab here. And there is the shot continued by Matthews and making it. So he has a 3-point play coming up.
Matthews makes sure of the 3-point play, and that may be the explosion that the Ginebra fans have been waiting for.
Well, that shot went in with a lot of force, that it came down on the foot of Chambers. 20-15 is the count. Alaska still enjoying a good 5-point lead. The highest was at 12 in this ball game, Bill.
9-2 run here for Ginebra San Miguel, and Alaska suddenly finding it difficult to score. 4 seconds on their shot clock. Frankie Lim carves some room for himself.
Yeah.
Nails the jumper.
What a big bucket here. Frankie already has 10 points in the ball game, Bill.
Yes, he does. Dante Gonzalgo tries one from the corner and cans it.
And Gonzalgo has picked up his offensive game tonight. He already has 6 in this quarter, although he has 2 fouls, having to guard a very elusive Paul Alvarez. And there are still people coming in here at the Ultra.
Well, the game started a bit earlier than usual, because the battle for third was settled by San Miguel Beer. Jojo Lastimosa has not been able to get his offense going. He's still scoreless.
Matthews there being hounded by 2 players.
Forced to dribble around trouble. Loizaga with a baseline jumper gets it.
And Ginebra not coming up with good shooting shot selection and getting themselves back in the ball game. Frankie Lim, the main man here for Alaska so far in the first quarter.
3-point lead for Alaska as we wind down to under a minute to go in the first quarter of play. 22-19.
Again, the shot clock winding down.
3, 2, 1.
For shot again.
Alaska hard pressed to score, and Ginebra's coming back at them. Isak tried to get it to Matthews, who just tapped out. 18 seconds on the shot clock. But they say it was last touched by a Ginebra player.
Well, the referee did not see probably. Let's see if that was tapped out. If yes, Chambers seems to have gotten a part of that ball and nobody else touched it. But the referees did not see it, and they gave the ball to Alaska. Because that became a wayward pass after it was deflected, no?
Alaska getting a good break here. Chambers trying to find Alvarez, had his eye off the basketball. Gonzalgo almost takes it away, succeeds.
Couple of seconds left.
Matthews pitches a long one. Almost, but not quite. At the end of 1 quarter of battle, Alaska's up by 3.
Tiempo Interiors presents The Essentials of Elegant Living.
He's substituting well. They are not that far behind. Ginebra is, and obviously he's now getting his other players resting on the bench, and also getting some good people onto the floor. Chito Loizaga exploits that mismatch with Frankie Lim in height and in weight, and he's been posting up Frankie Lim there.
Getting him out of the way, he has 6 points in the ball game. Opens things up here in the second quarter for Ginebra San Miguel. They're within 1. Alaska led by as much as 12 points in the first period.
Araneta there against Cuenco, way out there.
Lim against Matthews. Lastimos has not scored.
Isaac has been really hounding him. There is Chambers with his favorite move.
Taking the whole Ginebra defense with him. Araneta unable to put it back up, but there's going to be a foul. It's on Ray Cuenco, his first.
Well, what happened there was everybody is concentrated on Chambers here, and Araneta comes from the weak side, gets a good offensive rebound, but couldn't get it to fall. However, he got a foul from Ray Cuenco. And Araneta makes the first free throw, an important point for them. Whatever they can get from their center certainly is going to help them in this ball game. 23-21, Alaska still enjoying a 2-point lead.
This year's top rookie draft pick has been put in the spotlight here in this finals.
Well, he's a young player, and there are a lot of improvement to see from him, but he's going to get the experience, and as long as he keeps himself healthy, he'll be a force to reckon with.
You can't teach height after all. Wes Matthews is fouled once again.
And he decided to dish off at the last moment. That's why he was blaming himself. If he only knew that there was going to be a whistle, he would have gone for the shot, but he dished off to a teammate at the last second.
Distrito not yet attempted.
You see, Distrito is being picked up by Chambers, and a pick and roll play there. Cuenco getting a soft shot for himself, a good bounce.
After game 2, Sonny Jaworski said a couple of the guys on the team, most notably Ray Cuenco and himself, still had not played great games for Ginebra.
Well, you have to remember that Cuenco got hurt.
Araneta with a long shot. Alvarez puts it back up. Goes up again.
That's going to be an offensive foul on Alvarez. 2 referees calling that.
Warded off with the left hand, putting up too many shots.
And we saw Mrs. Uiteng Su and also Fred. Fred knew the ball was coming. He saw it as Alvarez a little bit too strong on the first shot.
You see Ravanes shadowing
Matthews.
Wes Matthews now.
That's his job.
One of the best defensive players ever to come into the PBA.
And he knows how to give up fouls at the right moment.
Matthews gets past him though. Blocked by Araneta.
Rejected completely. Good timing there.
4-on-2 situation. Lim to Ravanes doing the trail job. Chambers yanks it down. There's going to be a foul.
It's going to be on Cuenco.
That's his second.
Foul Cuenco.
Nothing he could do there. Chambers ripped it out of the sky.
Isaac.
And Sonny Jaworski coming in. You can see the rotation. Isaac did an excellent job on Jojo Lastimosa. So it's Distrito now going off to Lastimosa, and Sonny will pick up Robanes, no?
Lastimosa, however, has been able to shoot over Rudy Distrito. Let's see if he can do that tonight.
He's taller.
And right away, he tries it. Cuenco with the rebound. There's going to be a foul on B-Boy Ravanes. 14 fouls now on Alaska. Ginebra has 2. 9:44 to play. The offensive rebounds, Alaska 9, Ginebra 2. But then Ginebra has been able to roar back.
They have been doing a better job at rebounding here in the second quarter compared to the first.
Distrito tried to sneak a pass to Ray Cuenco. It goes out of bounds for Alaska.
Well, Distrito went in a little bit too quick. His 2 teammates, Matthews and Jaworski, were still in the backcourt. And there were not too many options left when he drove in and when he was met by the big man. Still a 1-point lead for Alaska here, 24-23. Jojo trying to get himself into scoring position. He's now closer.
Lim with a triple V. No, Chambers with the rebound. And the putback.
Yes, good timing there on the jump for Chambers. And 26-23 is the count in favor of the Alaska team.
We approach the 9-minute mark. Sonny Jaworski yelling out instructions. You'd have to over this crowd. Matthews with the triple V, rattles out.
In and out. He was set up well for that 3-point shot of a stock play.
Lastimosa driving down the middle. He's fouled
by Distrito.
Foul, Distrito.
That's number 4 on Ginebra. Alaska likewise has 4. Or rather, Ginebra has 3.
And that's the first personal foul of Rudy Distrito, partner. You know, sometimes I think that's what, before we were accustomed that they wouldn't put it there until the live play had started on the court, no?
Now they're quick to the draw, the electronic scoreboard. Ravanes fakes Cuenco into the air, goes up and off the glass for 2 points.
Jaworski down on the floor as he got entangled between 2 people.
28-23.
And a 4-0 run here for the Alaska team gives them a 5-point lead. Ginebra has been scoreless in the last few plays down.
Ray Cuenco tried to kick it back out to Distrito. He battles Chambers for it. It's going to be a loose ball foul on Distrito.
It's on.
Well, he's protesting that call. Let's try to see this again.
Let's take a look at that play because Distrito gets the ball over the head of Chambers.
And actually, it's Chambers who got entangled with Distrito.
That's why Distrito is complaining, but Sonny just gets him out of the way. Referee Rivera.
Still a 5-point lead for Alaska. Frankie Lim keeping control of the tempo for Alaska Milk. Jojo Lastimosa still unable to buy a basket. Araneta against Distrito. Spin around jumper. Rattles out.
And Frankie Lim gets it.
Lastimosa
with a triple V.
shot.
Yes! And a big run here. A 7-0 run by the Alaska Milkman gives them an 8-point lead.
Wes Matthews having his problems against B-Boy Ravanes. Finally gets a taste of the basketball out to Rudy Distrito. Splits the middle. Batted away by Lastimosa. Back to Cuenco. He's fouled by Araneta.
Foul, Araneta.
And we have Distrito now leaving the ball game. That's the first personal foul of Alex Araneta and the 5th team foul called against the Alaska Milkmen. Ginebra toting 4 here in the second quarter.
Rudy Distrito unable to get much going for himself by way of offense as Ray Cuenco struggles to pick up his scoring. He's got 3 points.
Well, you know, team does a lot of studying, and he knows Distrito is an explosive scorer. So put one of your best defensive players and a guy that Distrito will respect. Chambers on top of him.
Yes, exactly. Bigger, stronger. Lastimosa under the basket. 4 red shirts on him. Blocked by Cuenco.
Cuenco with very good timing there. Araneta driving in is going to be called for the offensive foul against Isaac.
He had all the room to maneuver around Isaac. Isaac brave enough to take the charge.
Let's see if Isaac trying to establish position there.
Warning on Alaska, bench.
And the warning given to the Alaska bench.
31-25 is the score, and Jaworski called for stepping in bounds.
Yes.
Before releasing the basketball.
Yes. That was a miscue there.
And he apologized as he was trying to direct play at the same time.
That's right. That was a call well called and caught.
And that's not something you see every day.
Especially from a veteran like him, no? To make that kind of an error.
Lastimosa sees daylight, goes up with the left hand, is fouled. Ray Cuenco, or is it?
Yes, I think it's Cuenco is going to be called for the foul. That's
foul,
number 3 on him.
Cuenco.
Here is that play again. Sonny getting the pass, passing it.
But he had his left foot on the hardwood already.
Gomez about to come into the ball game. That's Ruel Gomez for the Alaska Milkmen. The Alaska team still enjoying a 6-point lead. Jojo making the first free throw.
Lim.
Frankie Lim goes out, so now Tim Cohn will experiment with his no point guard unit again as Ruel Gomez checks in. Ray Cuenco will sit down. The masked marauder Dondo Nampalayo comes back into the ball game. Jojo Lastimosa slow in getting his offense going tonight. That's a tribute to Ginebra's defense. He has 5 points.
Well, just like, for example, you were saying about Distrito. Well, Alaska puts the clamps on him. Lastimosa is a good offensive player. You work double time against him. If you let him get away with what he wants to do, he's going to score points all over the place.
Like this guy can. Wes Matthews doesn't get the triple to fall. Lastimosa.
He's been having problems with the three-point shot. It's been there, but not enough spin there on the end. No?
Tapped out by Matthews. 19 seconds on the shot clock for Alaska Milk. Ginebra has scored only 2 points in the last 4 minutes.
And that is the reason why Alaska now has an 8-point lead.
Yes, Araneta puts one up over Jaworski. It's going to be a foul. Jaworski caught him on the arm.
Jaworski.
That made that shot short, yes. And so it'll be 2 free throws here for Alex Araneta, who cut in there, losing his man.
There was the contact.
Alex has been doing a good job from the free throw line. He has 3 out of 3 in this ball game so far. 34-25 is the count, Bill, and 9-point lead by Alaska. Ginebra had threatened to within 1, but Alaska has fought back.
So the spurts have come and gone. We have less than 7 minutes to go. Each team on the brink of penalty.
Ampalayo, by the way, back in the ball game, Bill, for Cuenco, who picked up 3 fouls, no? Matthews still surveying the 3-point territory.
Ampalayo bobbled. Loizaga trying to find the open man. It's him, and he scores.
That's creativity on the part of a veteran, because when he entered that lane, he had no more options. No, there was nobody else to pass to. Everybody was outside of that lane. So when he got there, he just had to do something, no? And he came up with a sort of a semi-hook there, a baby hook. Left-handed shot at that too.
Off the outstretched arm of Sean Chambers, and Alex Araneta sits down. Polistico is back in the ball game.
Okay, a 7-point lead for Alaska. Chito Loizaga has a 3-point play. He did not start off, but he has 8 points in the ball game right now. And make that 9.
Not to mention the fact that Sean Chambers has not really scored that much in this ball game.
Well, again, defense is also clamped down against him, and they know how good he is.
Great pass from Polistico to Ravanes, and that's a new facet of Polistico's game.
Well, Polistico certainly can pass, as we've seen in the past, and at the same time you can also see that he's quite tall, so he can really see the people there underneath the basket. No, that is his advantage. There's a bumping foul there on Lastimosa.
Wes Matthews picks himself up.
Foul, Lastimosa.
Second personal on Jojo Lastimosa. We have a timeout by Ginebra.
The Sampaguita is still. Then its scent is caught by the breeze of the ocean, passing through the window of my mother's bahay. This is the place I call. This is my home, my family, the Philippines.
Now you can feel a lot closer for a lot less with the AT&T Reach Out World Plan. To start saving on your calls to the Philippines, call and sign up today.
Credit? Okay lang. George Jewelers naglilingkod sa mga Pilipino sa San Jose, Redwood City at Salinas, kung saan ang credit nyo ay aprobado na. Itong Pasko, puntahan ninyo alinman sa aming 5 branches o tumawag sa 1-800-395-7464 and ask for your $5,000 instant credit at credit card. George Jewelers has the lowest prices, best quality, and your credit is guaranteed. Kaya ngayong Pasko, pumunta sa George Jewelers. Instant credit na, instant regalo pa.
That's my friend Nikki. Like some kids see her. They make her feel like an outsider just because she has epilepsy.
If you have a distorted picture of epilepsy, take another look at Nikki.
Epilepsy doesn't make her weird or anything. She's neat. She's fun to be with. She's a really good friend.
Kids with epilepsy or any disability, let's count them in. Get the facts. Call the Epilepsy Foundation of America, 1-800-EFA-1000.
Every day, the average car emits 1.5 pounds of air pollution. In the Bay Area, all those average drivers are responsible for over 2,300 tons of air pollution a day. But then, whoever said you were average?
Wes Matthews brings Ginebra closer to Alaska, gets both free throws, just a 6-point lead for Alaska. Eugene Kilbun is in the ball game for the first time.
Giving Jojo Lastimosa a rest, so going to a natural point guard here with Matthews picking up Eugene Kilbun. We have Chambers working on the outside before getting the down screen.
Kilbun against Matthews. Gomez doesn't go. Matthews high up for the rebound.
Ball coming to him, and he timed his jump properly.
Goes to Jaworski on the outside. Jaworski back pass to Isaac in the corner. No. Kilbun with the rebound.
And the white shirts are running. Kilbun down the middle there, getting fouled
and gets the roll.
Chito Loizaga making a stab there.
No one picked up Eugene Kilbun.
Matthews coming in a little bit late, not exerting a little bit more effort to rush in, because that is his man. And we have Rudy Distrito about to come back into the ball game.
And on KP at the half, we're going to have another special edition of KP at the half with Ron McIntyre hosting it. Andy Howe and Norman Black are going to pick apart the first half, and that's going to be another treat for you. I love it when the two of you talk.
Well, we have a loose ball foul called on Rabanes over the back foul against Loizaga. Since Alaska is in the penalty, well, Ginebra is also in the penalty now. That will mean free throws for Chito Loizaga. Going back to Norman, it's just that we get away with this because we have been good friends for about 10 years now. He's been in the country for about 12. And, you know, we also talk a lot on the phone. So it's a natural conversation between two friends.
And two of the best in basketball.
Anyway, Norman would like to think of 1989, but he may have to think of 1992 now.
All right. 38-31 is our score.
Chito Loizaga having a very good offensive game. Isaac not having his usual offensive game.
Not yet. Eugene Kilbun trying to keep in control as Alaska nurses the 6-point lead. Chambers way on the outside.
Both teams are in penalty with a lot of time left here in this quarter.
Still more than 5 minutes ago. Chambers tried to get it to Polistico. It hit the rim. Will they consider that an attempt?
Whatever, they are in the penalty. I think he was trying to pass off to his two teammates on the weak side who were both free, but Ampalaya gave up the foul, and since they are in the penalty, it's going to be free throws now. I think the idea, of course, was to pass, and he wasn't thinking of shooting that way, not with that angle.
Chambers' miserable performance from the free throw line continues to haunt him. 6 out of 13 in game 2.
It's not really that bad a form. It just wouldn't fall.
Nope, it just wouldn't. Always just a bit too short. This one a bit too long.
He made the adjustments. It went overboard. And that's the thing that usually happens. A 3-point attempt by Jaworski, a surprise one, and Matthews with an offensive rebound.
Wes Matthews picking up his rebounding here in the finals. A lot of weaving going on. Jaworski tried to ask for a foul, skipped into the lane, didn't get the shot. Chambers gathering steam, misses. Roel Gomez fighting tooth and nail for the rebound, gets it. Chambers gets the baseline, goes up, scores off Loizaga.
And some Ginebra players complaining instead of coming down. It was a 4-on-3 situation there for the Alaska Milkmen, and they capitalized. They have an 8-point lead now.
Both imports held down tremendously in this first half. Matthews gets the victory lap and the basket. He only has 9 points. Sean Chambers only has 6.
Well, you got to concentrate on the game. If the referees are not going to call fouls, which you believe are fouls, then you just got to keep on playing, and you got to come back and play defense. Because a coach would always tell the player that, no?
Yeah, the coach would say, it's my job to complain for you. Chambers off tangent on that shot. Wes Matthews gathering speed, scores, and gets a foul from Roel Gomez.
Matthews beating the Congo drums there again. You know, Matthews did the right thing in the sense that he did not give a lead pass to Ampalaya because, you know, at this point, the white shirts are coming down very quickly. You know, of course, there's an easy play there, but this is what Matthews is hoping for, the foul and a possible 3-point play.
Try to get some of it back in a hurry. Slash the lead of Alaska down to 4 points, possibly 3.
He's been working very hard, however, in the first half. He misses the free throw this time.
Could be a bit tuckered out. He's really been given a working over.
He's been rebounding.
Yes, he has indeed. 5 rebounds to his credit.
40 to 36 is the count, Bill.
Yes, and a couple of substitutions, more firepower for Alaska as Ginebra creeps closer. Roel Gomez still unable to get anything from the outside. Chambers, easy pickings that time.
Chambers with a nice jump there and properly timed jump and a use off the glass, which is his favorite shot, the banda.
Distrito 1-on-4.
And he wisely waits.
Try to take on Chambers. Nope. Goes out to Loizaga. Has an open jumper and makes it. Chito Loizaga is on fire. He has 13 points already.
That's right. There is no question of after missing his first shot, he got a good one on the second, even though he felt it wasn't on the right range. But now he's beginning to get the confidence.
And they're within 4 once again, under 3 minutes to go in the first half of play. Traveling on Sean Chambers.
Gomez.
And Gomez is now being replaced here by Lastimosa. We're going to have a timeout, Bill.
Timeout, Alaska.
The security of having a home is something I've always dreamed of. It was suggested American Savings Bank might be able to do the financing for us. And the realtor spoke very highly of Sheila Kay, said, if anybody can do this, Sheila can. And Sheila ended up coming to my home at 9 o'clock at night. We sat down and crunched the numbers. And I was settling for a rejection. She kept saying, just hang in there, it's going to happen. And she looked at me and she said, so, when do you want to close?
Sight without sound. For too long, it's been a reality.
But with the coming of this device, the closed caption decoder,
it can open up a wonderful world to so many, for so many reasons.
Someone you know could probably benefit from closed captioning. The joy of motion pictures, television, live news can be seen, understood, and enjoyed.
Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
There are over 350 hours of captioned television programs on the air every week.
And you can rent or buy over 1,300 captioned videos, and the numbers are increasing every week. It's a revolution we've all seen happen, but there's much more.
Closed captioning can help teach children to read.
And even help fight adult illiteracy.
For more information, please call this number. The National Captioning Institute at 1-800-533-WORD.
What are you doing this weekend that's so important you can't take a little time to test your home for radon? After all, it is the second leading cause of lung cancer, and a radon test kit is inexpensive. You could pick one up on your way to get a few things for the yard.
Ginebra, after a slow start, is back in this ball game thanks to some great shooting by Chito Loizaga and Wes Matthews. Rudy Distrito has yet to get his offense going, has his pocket pick, tries to swipe it back. It's batted out. It stays with Ginebra.
Oh, ball is really slippery as they were trying to scramble for it. 5 seconds left on the shot clock for Ginebra to complete the play. Sonny Jaworski will do the honors of the inbound, where he has had so many success through the years, no?
Goes out to Distrito, sidesteps Lastimosa, fakes him off, looks back and nails the jumper.
Again, that big play there, although he might have traveled there too. That's what the team was trying to say, because Rudy looked back.
2-point lead by Alaska. Chambers double teamed. Lastimosa thought about a triple. Squeeze play on every guy who gets the ball. 1 second on the shot clock. Lastimosa does not beat it.
And an automatic violation when it missed. If it had gone in, it would have counted. And Frankie Lim, who had a super first quarter for Alaska, finishing with 10 points, is back in the ball game for Kilban. Alaska having some problems now with the scuttle defense of Ginebra, challenging everybody who has the ball, you know, and really moving and working
moving
to challenge
very well.
Yeah.
As Distrito pointed out, that was the key to their success in game 2. 2-point lead by Alaska could be wiped out here.
That is not a big angle for Sonny. He wants to go off to Matthews, who's at the corner.
Triple V goes!
Matthews, 3 points!
Wes Matthews gets the bucket from Triple V territory, his first triple tonight. That gets the crowd off their feet, or off their seats rather, and a 1-point lead for Ginebra. 1 minute and 25 seconds to go in this first half.
Double team there again. They got to make that rotation. Frankie was hitting the shots earlier, continues to hit. That's why he put in Frankie for Kilban, who couldn't make that shot earlier, who didn't attempt, you know.
The double team breaker, Frankie Lim, raced back up court quickly, gave the lead back to Alaska. Jaworski finds Ampalayo all by his lonesome. Lastimosa with the quick hands batted it out.
Ampalayo did not get the ball square to go to the hoop. That's why he had to make that extra motion. And no, it has to be Ampalayo who will do the job. He had gone out there. Sonny knows it.
Ooh, Palayo to Jaworski. Distrito, long triple V.
Way off the mark and a poor shot selection because they were not pressured by time.
Alvarez wisely gives it up to Lastimosa. Guarded by the smaller Distrito to Chambers. Fighting the double team, blocked by Loizaga. Out to Matthews now. Time winding down in this second quarter. Matthews sees an opening. It's going to be a blocking foul. Exchange of words between Frankie Lim and Wes Matthews.
First of all, there's the foul, no?
Foul, Lim.
Lim waving a fist in the face of Wes Matthews.
Foul was called on Lim, and double technical foul called on Matthews and Lim because of the reaction of Matthews to Lim. And of course, that could hurt Matthews because he already has one technical foul called against him. He'll go to the free throw line because of the penalty foul. Lim putting that shoulder on him, and that's the reason why he got him at a very sacred place there.
Yes. Wes Matthews reacting to that. But everything's under control now.
Matthews makes the first free throw and ties the ball game bill at 44 all. We've got 35 seconds left in this second quarter.
And what an explosive first half it's been.
An explosive series, Bill.
Yes, it has.
The first two games have been really humdingers.
That's why I said at the start that we'll light the fuse for game 3. Wes Matthews gives a short lead to Ginebra. Let's see if they can keep it going into the second half of play. Alvarez driving on Jaworski. Blocked by Distrito. They knew where he was going.
Yes, he was going through the baseline trying a reverse there, and he met 3 big men up there. Couldn't use the board in that sky. He lost possession of the ball.
Let's see if he'll try again. Triple team, Lastimosa. They're not moving the ball around quick enough. Lim on the outside. This triple won't go. Alvarez over everybody. Tries to put it back up. Does!
And there's going to be a foul too.
It's on number 17, Rudy Distrito.
Foul, Distrito.
Distrito picking up his second personal foul, and a 3-point play coming up for Paul Alvarez. Alvarez coming out of the fray here with a shot.
Let's check that. It's the third personal foul on Rudy Distrito.
Thank you, scorer. 8 points in the ball game for Alvarez. Has a 3-point play coming up. They have a 1-point lead. Alaska makes it.
Makes the free throw. 12 seconds to go.
Alaska trying to play defense here. Matthews getting it back. Trap.
Double team. Loses it. Chambers looks up at the clock. 1 second to go. He's fouled at the buzzer.
And a poor foul by Ampalayo because the clock was winding down. He didn't have to foul him because Chambers would not have enough time to go to the hoop.
It was too far away to take a shot.
Ampalayo.
Advantage foul by Dondon Ampalayo, but they are in the penalty, so it's going to be 2 shots anyway. Before we put an end to this first half, we've still got a big 24 minutes to play. Chambers makes the first free throw. .48-45 is the count. This is the second 3-point lead for Alaska. KP at the half comes your way with Romy Quintanar, Andy Howe, and Norman Black. Stay with us.
Tiempo Interiors presents the essentials of elegant living. Designs that capture the imagination,
colors that dazzle the senses, curves and shapes that charm and inspire. The latest in modern Italian imports. Tiempo offers a spectacular range of fabrics and styles for your custom order, as well as professional designers to assist you in manifesting the interior environment you desire. Discover the extraordinary at Tiempo Interiors.
I decided I needed a change of scenery. So I said goodbye to Wall Street for a couple of years and got a job in Africa with the Peace Corps. It's the perfect place for an investment banker to be. We started a small business development program for local entrepreneurs. You won't find these names on the stock exchange, but we have more than our share of success stories. We helped Jomo get a loan to buy a motor for his fishing boat. Now he's catching 3 times as many fish. It's meant more food and jobs for everyone. And we've seen a real boost to the local market. It proves what I've always believed. Investing in good people provides great dividends.
Peace Corps, the toughest job you'll ever love.
In baseball, the key to success is preparation. By developing fundamental skills early on, players get ready for those important future games. Planning and preparation are just as important for you. Do well in school today, and you'll be ready for high school tomorrow. By taking the right high school classes, you'll be prepared for college, and if you study hard, money will be available to help you pay for college. There are special grants, scholarships, and student loans. Prepare now. College is the possible dream.
You tell him, Dad.
Credit? Okay lang. George's Jewelers. Naglilingkod sa mga Pilipino sa San Jose, Redwood City at Salinas kung saan ang credit ninyo ay aprobado na. Itong Pasko, puntahan ninyong alinman sa aming 5 branches o tumawag sa 1-800-395-7464 and ask for your $5,000 instant credit. George's Jewelers has the lowest prices, best quality, and your credit is guaranteed. Itong Pasko, tandaan, George's Jewelers. Instant credit na, may instant regalo pa. Call 1-800-395-7464.
Time now for the KP at the half.
Hello again, sports fans. A very pleasant good evening. Magandang gabi po. Kumusta po kayo? This is another edition of KP at the half. Ang inyong silugoon, Romy Quintanar. Well, this championship series has certainly lived up to its billing, and that is a classic, a bruising matchup between the 2 teams of the PBA, the top bangers of the PBA, and that is Ginebra, San Miguel, and Alaska Air Force. And of course, the first 2 quarters, well, we saw Ginebra tangle with Alaska again in another exhibition of top caliber ball. Right now, Alaska is leading after 2 quarters, 48-45. You know, the analysis of Dr. J, that's Andrew Howe, has always dazzled the fans all over the country and all over the world, in fact. And tonight, he has a very special guest with him who will analyze the first 2 quarters with the great Dr. J. Here is Andrew and Norman Black.
Well, thank you very much, Romy Quintanar. First of all, welcome, Norman, and congratulations for your team for picking up 3rd place. In case you just joined us, they won by 5 points, although it was a much bigger lead than that. It was a little bit scary at the end.
Yes, it was,
okay.
Sandy, yes.
Now, the first thing I would like to ask you, Norman, is a question that I should have asked you if we were together at the start of the ball game. As a coach and as a guy who has been in championship series, how important is it winning the 3rd game of a 5th game when the series is tied at 1-1?
Well, I think it's very important, Andy, because, of course, if you lose the 3rd game, you have to win 2 straight, whereas if you win the 3rd game, you only have to win 1 to win the championship. So normally they say this is a turning point of a 5-game series. If the series is tied up 1-1, that 3rd game will be the most important game.
Do you think it puts a lot of pressure on a team that loses, or do you get by it, you know, as a...
Well, normally it might put a lot of pressure on the team that loses, but it depends on the team. Like if it never loses tonight, I doubt if they would have very much pressure because they're very used to coming from behind, and they're better when their backs are up against the wall.
Okay, so we've gotten that out of the way. Now, to look back at this series and this first half of play, Alaska's led in all 3 games in the first half, and obviously the momentum has always been on their side. But Ginebra comes on strong in the 2nd quarter. you notice the pattern of substitution for Sonny Jaworski. He starts off with a weak guy in there, usually to complement the board, and he slowly but surely gets in the people that he feels will contribute best to his team. Now, you know, how good is this strategy, especially after Alaska took a 12-point lead?
Well, so far, in my estimate, Andy, I think the Alaska team has dictated the tempo of the games. It's been a slow game. It's been a low-scoring game. It's been a defensive struggle, basically, between the two teams. But if you look at the Ginebra team, despite the fact that their game is a little bit more run, and try to get the ball off the court as fast as possible, they seem to be very comfortable with this type of game also. And they seem to be very patient. I think tonight and in the series for Ginebra, the key word is patience. If they could have patience, because you know Alaska's going to slow it down, they're going to execute their plays, they're not going to give up very many fast breaks. But if you could be patient, and I'm talking about Ginebra, then probably at the fourth quarter when the Alaska team starts to get tired and Wes Matthews starts to come up, they have a better chance of getting into a faster pace game.
So, you know, despite this, Norm, first of all, one thing, what can Ginebra do to improve their rebounding? Because Alaska certainly sets its plays up well so that their rebounders are on the board when they take shots. That's one. And second, how come the lead has been only 3? You know, when you look at the other statistics, it doesn't show Ginebra getting more points from the free throw line.
Well, Andy, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that Alaska is not shooting very well in this ball game. That's why they're getting a lot of offensive rebounds. But if you look at the total that they have 16 offensive rebounds. They've only scored 10 points. So that's not really a very good percentage off of the offensive rebounds that they have. Now, one of the reasons why Ginebra is giving up so many offensive rebounds is because they have a very small team. Yes. Normally, Ginebra gangs rebounds. Everybody rebounds for them, but they don't really rely on one guy or one center because they do have a very small team.
Well, you know, Matthews has been doing a better job at rebounding in the past game, so, you know, that is a factor that I think they're looking forward from him.
Yeah, well, if you look at the score right now, it's pretty amazing that Ginebra is this close, despite the fact that they're really being hammered on the boards. I'm sure that's one adjustment that Coach Sonny Jaworski will make at halftime to tell his guys, you have to do a better job of boxing out, keep these guys off the boards so we can have a better chance of winning this ball game.
There are a lot of people who talk about hunger in this series, that Alaska is hungry for its first ever championship, and equally that Ginebra and Sonny would always want to win championships as their team has done. Do you think that has been a factor in this series?
Well, definitely Alaska wants to win this championship. They've been in the league now for 6 years and they still haven't won up to now, so the hunger factor is there for the Alaska team. On the other side, for Ginebra, with this type of support that they're getting, the home court advantage, as they say here at the Ultra, how can you not want to win? You're going to want to win every game if you have these people really cheering you on no matter what you do wrong. They're still there supporting you. So I think both teams are very hungry, and you can see by the competitiveness of the games and the closeness of the games that both teams really want to win this series, Andy.
Again, my congratulations to your team, Norman, and I'm looking forward to a better year for San Miguel next year with Norman Black at the helm. Too bad we have too much little time.
Andy, I'd like to thank Romy, too, for the nice comments.
And we would like to turn over to Romy Quintana and hope that Norman can join us, maybe in the 4th game, or if there is a 5th game.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andrew and Norman. Fantastic analysis. Great analysis. Ano pa nga bang kulang dyan? By the way, we have an announcement here from the PBA. All amateur basketball players who wish to play in the Philippine Basketball Association in the 1992 season have until 12 noon of Friday, December 20, to submit their applications and certified true copies of their birth certificates at the PBA office, 8th floor, Ortigas Building, Ortigas Avenue, Pasig, Metro Manila. Sige po, yun po ang ating KP at the Half ngayong gabi. Daghang salamat, may gabi kanyang tanan. Diyos yaknina, apo!
You have just seen the KP at the Half.
The security of having a home is something I've always dreamed of. It was suggested American Savings Bank might be able to do the financing for us. And the realtor spoke very highly of Sheila Kay, said if anybody can do this, Sheila can. And Sheila ended up coming to my home at 9 o'clock at night. We sat down and crunched the numbers. And I was settling for a rejection. She kept saying, just hang in there, it's going to happen. And she looked at me and she said, so, when do you want to close?
The Musical Heritage Society proudly presents the Masterpiece Collection, containing over 6 hours of music from the greatest composers that have ever lived. Eine kleine Nachtmusik from Mozart. Rossini's Barber of Seville, the Hungarian Dance by Brahms, Grieg's Piano Concerto, Symphony No. 5 from Beethoven. To make this offer even more exciting, with your purchase, we will give you as a free gift the Masterpiece Collection Volume 2. That's a total of 5 cassettes or 5 compact discs. This package would cost you hundreds of dollars if purchased separately. But now, through this exclusive TV offer, you will receive the entire Masterpiece Collection, all for only $19.95. This is a limited time offer. Call now.
Use your credit card and call 1-800-548-0600 or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $5 shipping and handling to Post Office Box 2818 Grand Central Station, New York, New York, or call 1-800-548-0600.
I thought I was going blind, but I didn't have enough money to do anything about it.
The National Eye Care Project offers medical eye care to those in need. If you are 65 or older and do not have an ophthalmologist, please call 1-800-222-EYES.
Sight is so precious. If you need help, call 1-800-222-EYES.
Colleen has waited 20 years for this bus. Now, thanks to the Americans with Disabilities Act, the wait is over.
Carbon dioxide, global warming, carbon monoxide, air pollution. We're killing this planet, 1 mile at a time. Let your elected officials know you demand fuel-efficient cars and drive less. Because if we don't stop driving like hell on wheels, it's going to be hell on Earth. A message from the Greenhouse Crisis Foundation.
We begin the second half of play with Ginebra in possession. They're down by 3, and Andy, you know, you and Norman really covered a lot of ground in that halftime analysis of yours, especially about the fact that Ginebra's gang rebounding has not really been able to been put in full force in this series yet.
Well, obviously, it's because Alaska plays good defense and they concentrate on defensive rebounding. At the same time, like I said, their offense is oriented to somebody always being there. As Frankie Lim continues to have a good game, he has 14 in the ball game. Is that 14 or
14 points
in the ball game? Yes. 3-point attempt here by Matthews with no rebounders, and he has not been hitting that. He's only 1 out of 5 from that area, and Alaska takes a 5-point lead here at the start of the third quarter.
Then again, they started strong also, but Ginebra was able to catch up with them. It's been a game played in spurts thus far. Chambers off the glass, and Chambers must feel a bit liberated. He only had 9 points in the first half.
Yes, what happened there was Ginebra did not double team in time, so Chito Loizaga, trying to cover the middle, gave him the baseline. He was expecting his teammates to come and help. It came in a little bit late, and a 4-0 run here for the Alaska Milkmen at the start of the third quarter. Up to a 7-point lead. The biggest of lead of Alaska in this ball game was 12.
That was way back at 18-6.
And again, Ginebra, who wanted to start off strongly, obviously with Sonny fielding himself in, having problems starting off now.
Loizaga on the outside, pops, doesn't go. Chambers had trouble hanging on to it. Ginebra will get a fresh 25.
Ginebra has missed 3 attempts at the basket here in the third quarter. Matthews doing the inbound, getting it to Sonny, who is fouled there by Frankie Lim.
As we said, Ginebra, one of the best teams at inbounding from the baseline. Frankie Lim caught by surprise here. Jaworski almost in a ballet move.
Yes, you know, Frankie was looking for Sonny to screen instead of Sonny getting the pass. No. Sonny makes the first free throw, and that's why he was surprised when all of a sudden the lob pass was given to Sonny and he was already going for the shot. Jaworski, after hitting 2 3-point shots in the first game, did not score in the second game. But of course, there are other things to look forward to, like his team, other guys coming into the play, no?
Chambers off Loizaga, off balance, doesn't get the roll. Polistico, step back jumper, doesn't fall for him. Chambers is in the paint. Ampalayo slaps it away over Jaworski this time.
And again, the dominance of the boards working well for Alaska as they take another 8-point lead, getting second opportunities to score. 3-point shot by Jaworski, and he puts it in.
Jaworski, 3-point.
The blink of an eye, Alaska's lead is down to 5.
55-50 is the count. Both teams shooting one team foul. We have about 2 minutes gone by here. Not really 2 minutes, but close to it.
Lastimosa still working on his offense. Chambers slides into the paint for 2 more.
And Chambers is going to town here. Nobody helping out there. This time Chito covered the baseline, and he was expecting help coming from the middle. Nobody was there.
Tim Cone chewed out Sean Chambers for his pathetic performance in the second half of Game 2, and Chambers actually talked to himself as well. That's why he's bumped up in the second half of this game. Ampalayo is also bumped up. Bangs in a 3-pointer, and Ginebra is eating away at Alaska's lead. It now stands at 4, 57-53.
Ampalayo hitting at almost the exact spot where Sonny hit the 3-point shot earlier. And there's Polistico stepping in now. Jojo forcing up that shot. And Frankie Lim picking up the loose ball, getting off to Alvarez.
Free shot by Alvarez, doesn't get the roll. All red under the basket. Matthews.
He doesn't rush things, though. He's waiting for his teammates to come into the picture. Slips a little bit, gets it off to Ampalayo, and we have a 3-second violation called on Sonny.
Jaworski too busy to trying to box out, and Ampalayo a bit indecisive there, cost them that possession.
See, that shot was already set up for him. He should have taken it. What he decided to do was to dribble, and that caught them with a 3-second violation. Another thing, if Matthews did not lose his footing, he would have gone to the hoop. He lost his footing, that's why he had to give up the ball.
Yes, he definitely would have. Chambers against Loizaga, his perennial opponent. Alvarez. Lastimosa, they swing the ball around quickly. Polistico thought about a jumper, tried to get it to Alvarez inside, tapped out by Ampalayo. 6 seconds on the shot clock.
And Alaska has to do a good inbound here.
8 minutes and 49 seconds to go. 4-point lead still for Alaska. It's going to be a foul on that play. A lot of jostling inside. Dante Gonzalgo with a second motion, catching Jojo Lastimosa in the jaw. Sonny Jaworski trying to break that up, challenging Don Polistico, who was haranguing Dante Gonzalgo.
Foul, Gonzalgo.
Gonzalgo giving up that foul here.
Technical foul, Gonzalgo.
There you see the extra motion, catching Jojo Lastimosa on the jaw there. And are they trying to psych each other out or what?
I think so. I think, you know, the series has not been as physical as some of the series we've seen in the past. No? Although, of course, there is the fervor of wanting to win a championship, which has caused some of those extra motions. And, you know...
Gonzalgo.
And these teams do not like each other.
Yes, that's the problem.
8 minutes and 49 to go still. Jojo Lastimosa at the free throw line. Misses the technical. And here's someone we haven't seen in a long while, Haji Alejandro, catching the action.
He migrated to the States.
Yes.
I think he has a concert with the daughter coming up. I heard that about a couple of days back.
Alvarez has Jaworski on him. Double team, finds Polistico. Thought about it. 3-second violation. Jaworski taking the ball away from Polistico. And
Polistico is coming up with too many motions for anybody's good.
Reacting to everything that the Ginebra players are doing. Distrito taking the basketball.
Well, they're trying to psych him up, like you say, trying to make him lose his cool. And he's such a very important player to this squad.
And they know he has a short fuse. Let's see what the call is going to be.
Double technical foul, Distrito, Polistico.
Polistico is replaced now by Alex Araneta. So the guys in the middle of the storm have been sat down by their coaches.
Well, those people better realize that that technical foul sticks with them. So one more, Matthews has one, Gonzalgo has one, Distrito has one, Polistico has one.
You know, one more and you're out of here.
Yeah. If it is of the same nature,
Yes.
which is unsportsmanlike conduct. We're not talking about delay of the game or and we have the referee Del Rio trying to do a good job. They will be able to do a good job if they call the plays properly, you know. If they make mistakes throughout the game, and then there's going to be a lot of problems.
Talking to the team captains to keep everything under control, and we get underway once again. Four-point lead for Alaska. A protracted third quarter.
57-53 here. Well, the first game ended quite early, although there was another award given. But obviously, this one's going to be a long one.
Yes, it is. Nothing's going to be easy. This is a knockdown, drag-out affair. Jaworski from long range. Chambers came down with it. Driving hard, goes up against Jaworski. Off balance, rattles out. Alvarez with the rebound, goes up. His foul, gets the basket.
Rolls down, plus a foul there from Sonny, I think. Yes.
Foul, Jaworski.
And Alvarez with a good offensive rebound, which is what Alaska's done well in this ball game. They have out-rebounded Ginebra completely up to this quarter, no? And that's now a 6-point lead with Alvarez getting an extra free throw. And getting a good bounce there, so it ups the lead to 7, 60-53.
But as we said, no small leads are going to be safe in this series. Alaska, though, has dominated the boards. That is clear. Ampalayo in the paint off Araneta. They swing the ball around now. No action on the inside. Loizaga with an offensive foul on Lastimosa.
Yes, he put the shoulder there on Lastimosa, who had trapped him in that play. And that will be the third personal foul of Chito, and the 14th foul. Lastimosa talking to the trainer of Ginebra, and Jojo a little bit, you know, getting into it. You know, why would you get into it with somebody who's not playing on the floor?
Yes, Nino Cinco, the trainer of Ginebra San Miguel, challenging Jojo Lastimosa there. Everybody on that team doesn't back down. And Chambers, again, driving inside. He's fouled. Going to be on Chito Loizaga.
Foul, Loizaga.
That's number 4 on him. Chambers is 4 out of 11 from the field. Matthews is 5 out of 11, so both of them are not shooting well from that area.
And Jojo Lastimosa is 1 out of 8. Chambers takes his time and gets a merciful bounce. Loizaga has to sit down. He has 4 fouls. Dante Gonzalez back in. This could be a big development for Ginebra.
Yes, 61-53 now, as Ginebra losing a little concentration on the game, while the Alaska Milkmen have continues to pound, which is the right thing to do, no?
And Sean Chambers won't have to worry about Chito Loizaga for a while. That could also greatly affect the game either way.
62-53 now on a big run here by Alaska.
Jaworski trying to keep his team in this game. Traveling on Rudy Distrito.
Took that long step and lost it.
That's been plaguing Distrito in this final series.
Yes, and you know, the problem there is, as I said, always and another foul called on Gonzalgo.
They threw the ball in quickly to Alex Araneta as Ginebra lost his concentration on defense. Gonzalgo stepped in, but just a little bit too late.
16 fouls called against Ginebra. Alaska's only 1. And we have Leo Isaac, Ray Cuenco about to come into the ball game for Ampalayo, who has to be relieved. No? Alex making the first free throw.
We're looking at Eric Buhain there, the outstanding male athlete of the 1989 and 1991 Southeast Asian Games, taking in the action with Nap Gutierrez.
Yes, and you know, I can never say no to Nap. He's been a good friend through all my troubles and tribulations. And I think he's taping him for his Basketball Weekly this coming week.
All right. And incidentally, Nap is also the editor of Basketball Weekly, the magazine.
Yes.
Ginebra is down by 10 points. Rudy Distrito has had to deal with Sean Chambers. Dante Gonzalgo has men all over the place on him. Distrito pops from the baseline and gets it.
They made that basket, but Alaska played 100% good defense all the way, challenging almost everything, every movement of Ginebra, and Distrito came up with a good shot there.
Chambers, top of the key, double team, finds Alvarez, cuts into the middle, one-handed shot, goes in!
Wow, a long looper, a good looper there for Alvarez, who had to really extend himself.
There are no easy shots in this game. Jaworski takes a triple and cans it!
Jaworski, 3
That's
points.
his second. He has 8 points. And Alaska's lead slashed to 7.
And Ginebra still knocking in there. Alaska's been in total control. They've never been ahead, I think, in this ball game, no?
But they have not been able to break away. That's going to be an offensive foul, or rather traveling. Bong Alvarez doing the cha-cha before putting the ball on the floor. Gonzalgo barreling into Jojo Lastimosa. It's going to be a blocking foul on Jojo.
Foul, Lastimosa.
Dondon Apalayo's legs are being given a working over.
That's why he asked to be relieved, I think. He asked, no, because maybe he was feeling the crumbs coming in there. Ampalayo and Loizaga both sitting on the bench, but you know, Gonzalgo has come up a little bit here, and so has Sonny with his 6-point explosion from that area, plus the 2 free throws that he got, no?
And he was talking about how his game needs improvement, and he's shown that tonight. Alaska trying to find an open man. Lastimosa working hard, goes inside. Banged by Ray Cuenco. As we said, there are going to be no easy shots in this game.
Cuenco picking up his 4th personal foul in that play, and we'll have a timeout right after this Cerbex fast break play of the day, no?
Let's see this. Wes Matthews completes it. We'll take a timeout.
The Sampaguita is still. Then its scent is caught by the breeze of the ocean, passing through the window of my mother's bahay. This is the place I call. This is my home, my family, the Philippines.
Now you can feel a lot closer for a lot less with the AT&T Reach Out World Plan. To start saving on your calls to the Philippines, call and sign up today.
Now you can draw the roundest circles, perfect straight lines in any direction, even complicated geometric patterns, perfect every time with the amazing rolling ruler. The secret tool of architects and draftsmen has 2 tire-like gripping rollers that keep the rolling ruler level as it speeds across your work. The special meter automatically indicates the distance between your lines. Rolling ruler makes professional-looking office forms, charts, graphs, school projects come alive. Do geometry and trig faster and easier. Craftspeople find it irresistible. Dress patterns can be altered to any size. The handyman will love the built-in protractor for perfect angles or make beautiful curves and long straight lines that go on and on. Call or send for rolling ruler right now. Simply insert your pencil into any hole and roll straight lines, parallel lines. Insert 2 pencils and roll curves, arcs, and circles instantly. Redecorate like a professional. Replan your lawn and garden to perfect scale. Get results you'll be proud of. Kids love it just for doodling. Call or send $12.98 to Rolling Ruler now. You'll also receive the amazing Pantograph. Copy your favorite photos, cartoons, or designs to any size in just minutes. Finish with the confidence of a real artist. You'll impress yourself. Call or send now. You get the Rolling Ruler and the amazing Pantograph for only $12.98. Order now.
There's some commotion going on in the gallery.
Lastimosa, meanwhile, making his 2 free throws to improve the lead of Alaska to 7, 67 to 60. Ginebra in the penalty, Alaska with 2 team fouls, and Alaska coming up with a trapping defense there.
This is something they haven't done for quite a while. Ginebra, however, able to move the ball to open territory. Gonzalgo with a creative move.
And that was a difficult shot because Chambers came to the rescue in defense there, and he had to come up with a difficult shot. Alvarez copping out there.
Saw Gonzalgo in his face and wanted to return the compliment but couldn't. Chambers on the outside. Matthews cheating in a double team. They lob it over to Araneta, out to Frankie Lim. He's been hitting this all night. Not this time. There's going to be a pushing foul, or rather a holding foul.
It's going to be on Cuenco. That will be number 5 on him. And at the same time, they are in the penalty, so Chambers will go to the free throw line.
And of course, you saw him earlier, the outstanding male athlete of the 15th and 16th Southeast Asian Games, Eric Buhayan, who momentarily shifted his attention from swimming to basketball, and he is our Kodak face of the day. And for being chosen our face of the day, he will get an 11x14 mounted color photo from Kodak, plus a chance to party at the country's Total Entertainment Center Faces.
Well, you're right. It's really the only place.
Absolutely.
68-62 is the count. A 6-point lead now being enjoyed here by Alaska. And there's the double team again. Matthews still trapped in the backcourt.
Gonzalgo bobbles. Chambers picks it up. 4-on-2 situation. Chambers may go all the way. He finally does and gets fouled by Jaworski, who got out of the way a bit too late.
Making Chambers miss that shot, and so it'll be free throws here for Sean Chambers. Sonny will pick up his 4th personal foul also. Alaska throwing Ginebra away with a surprising move there by trapping there at the top of the key.
Chambers continuing to miss from the free throw line. 19 points, 14 rebounds.
Making the second, 69-62. Alaska again there. Jaworski is, well, 1-2-2 there, so they have that formation now.
Gonzalgo having trouble getting rid of the basketball, decides to take it to the hoop instead. He's fouled
by Araneta, who was moving in that play.
That's going to be number 4 on Alex Araneta. And incidentally, a Cooperative Business Opportunities Congress will be held from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. on December 15 at the Philippine International Convention Center. That's the PICC. Interested cooperatives may register with the office of Senator Boots Aquino at 180 Aurora Boulevard, San Juan, Metro Manila. Telephone number 706-718 and 706-752.
Gonzalgo making the first free throw, partner, to cut the lead down to 6. No rebounders there for Ginebra, and Dudy Distrito will do the honors.
Up against Dong Polistico, and Gonzalgo makes sure of the second. 5-point lead for Alaska. Ginebra hanging tough despite the mammoth advantage of Alaska off the rebounds.
Yes.
Alvarez on the outside has not been able to put up a shot in the last few minutes. Finally gets an opportunity, but lost it. Gets it back, drives past Cuenco, goes up too hard off the glass.
And look
Polistico, yes.
Look at the offensive rebounding of Alaska. 3 white shirts were there after Alvarez missed. They were there.
Alaska continuing to dominate the glass. But then, as Norman pointed out, they were not able to convert a lot of the offensive rebounds in the first half.
Yes. We're going to have a foul here called on Polistico.
Foul, Polistico.
That's number 3 on him. Only the 4th team foul called against Alaska. Never had entered the penalty as early as 2 minutes back in this quarter. 4:17 left in this third quarter.
Distrito gets away from Lastimosa but misses the shot. Chambers tapped it out, but Cuenco retrieves it. Lastimosa picks his pocket. He gets it back. Goes up, blocked and fouled by Polistico.
Yes, Polistico couldn't get the position there as Cuenco had a different angle.
Polistico.
That will be number 4 on him. And Cuenco
got a lucky break here. Got the ball back. Went up strong.
You can call that a big break, yes. The ball going back to him as 2 players go for it on the other end. Cuenco making the first free throw. 71-65 is the count.
Polistico is going to be replaced by Biboy Ravanes. Small lineup here for Alaska.
They have no choice because Polistico and Araneta with 4 personal fouls apiece, and we're only in the third quarter with still a lot of time to go. You want to preserve that, no?
And they are still in the lead. Let's see how this will affect their game plan. Biboy Ravanes came in for Dom Polistico. Lim to Lastimosa. Gets past Distrito, goes the reverse, overshoots. Chambers is going to be fouled there.
See, Chambers is a very good rebounder. That's what's been working for them. 5th personal foul on Gonzalo.
Chambers is at the line once again, but that has been his Achilles heel.
Isaac going to be sent back into the ball game. Look at this. Ginebra's playing with a 4-guard lineup, actually, because that's what they naturally are, no? Jaworski, Distrito, Matthews, and Isaac.
Gonzalo.
And in fact, Ray Cuenco is a forward.
Well, he has to play center for this team. No? Ampalayo is not in there, neither is Loizaga.
Big numbers put up by Sean Chambers, but the free throw stats,
he's been splitting it.
They've been heading south. Jaworski put up a triple. Isaac with a tip in. Yes!
Isaac being there at the right place at the right time, and Bong Alvarez knew he had made the mistake. He was looking at the shot of Jaworski, allowing Isaac to sidestep him and go for that tap-in.
Mental lapse on the part of Bong Alvarez, and Tim Cone won't let him forget it. Chambers inside to Ravanes, off Jaworski for 2.
And very patient also is the offense of the Alaska team. Matthews has been held down in this quarter. It's been the locals who've been scoring for Ginebra, no?
As Matthews has not scored in this period. Jaworski finds Cuenco in the low post, backs up, back to Jaworski, triple fake, goes to Cuenco, reverse layup for Ray Cuenco.
A setup job there done by Jaworski, and Cuenco responds, so Cuenco knows he's got to keep himself in that ball game. He's been playing well.
They're hanging on to the coattails of Alaska Milk.
And you know, Matthews can be explosive in 1 quarter.
Ever dangerous. That's what Ginebra has been. Lastimosa gets Isaac out of the way, goes to Lim, triple V.
Yes, another big basket by Lim, who's been shooting well the whole night. And that had to come because of a double team there against Jojo Lastimosa.
17 points now for Frankie Lim.
Back to a 7-point lead for Alaska. There's a bump foul there. And again, Matthews reacting.
And Distrito nudging Frankie Lim.
Alvarez.
Lim will pick up his 4th personal foul. That'll be the 16th foul.
We have a timeout.
Credit? Okay lang. George's Jewelers. Naglilingkod sa mga Pilipino sa San Jose, Redwood City at Salinas kung saan ang credit ninyo ay aprobado na. Itong Pasko, puntahan ninyo ang alinman sa aming 5 branches o tumawag sa 1-800-395-7464 and ask for your $5,000 instant credit. George's Jewelers has the lowest prices, best quality, and your credit is guaranteed. Itong Pasko, tandaan, George's Jewelers. Instant credit na, may instant regalo pa. Call 1-800-395-7464.
When John Ye got his master's in computer sciences, no one would hire him because he's deaf. So he started his own company. Since then, John Ye has launched the careers of hundreds of people, both hearing and non-hearing. And today he employs over 600 people nationwide. Opportunity. That's what the Calling on America campaign is all about.
Give people with disabilities a chance, and we'll show you what we can do.
If you loved me half as much as I loved you.
The beautiful voice of Roger Whittaker.
Once in a while he won't call.
Now, Heartland Music presents Roger Whittaker in his all-new collection.
Oh, my papa.
2 great albums.
I can't stop loving you.
All your favorites.
Did you ever know that you're my hero?
It's not sold in stores.
I'll be loving you.
Here's how to order.
Always.
Call 1-800-541-5700. Use your credit card or send check or money order for $12.98 for records or cassettes or $16.98 for CD. Plus $3 shipping to Roger Whittaker, P.O. Box 2818, Grand Central Station, New York, New York.
Landy Garcia announces his presence with a foul that Jaworski had been trying to bait off him. Roel Gomez likewise joins him in the Alaska lineup.
So Lim and Alvarez going off. Sonny made that move to get the Alaska into penalty situation. That would be the 17th foul. That's why he did that.
Matthews double team continuously. Jaworski gets past Garcia, goes to Distrito. Chambers takes it away. Good defense by Alaska.
Pass a little bit high. And a nice
Chambers
pass
finds
here.
Ravanes for a Serb XD fast break.
So it's a 79-70 count right now and a 9-point lead being enjoyed by Alaska.
And you caught a fleeting glimpse of Rosa Rosal and her kin here at the Ultra. And I tell you, everybody's here tonight. Another turnover by Ginebra. 5-on-3 situation. Lastimosa gives it up. Nobody picks it up. Gomez goes to Chambers. He has Isaac on him. Makes the shot.
81-70 is the count now. Alaska making a breakaway here.
Mother and daughter here. Tony Rose also in attendance here at the Ultra.
Ginebra feeling the pressure now a little bit as they made some miscues here. Matthews has remained scoreless, and there's going to be a foul that will send him to the free throw line.
He's going to have to earn it from the stripe. Nothing from Wes Matthews from any field goal attempts in this third quarter.
Well, he has hardly attempted. From the free throw line, he has been 5 out of 6, missing 1 there in the second quarter. Missing this one also, and showing some signs of vulnerability right now, on the part of Matthews. Not having made any attempts for quite a while now.
It's gotten cold even though he's been on the floor.
Look at this, 16 points. Make that 17, no? But that's way, way below. Let's not even think of the 50-something average. You only have to look at about 38, 39. That's still way below that.
Trying to pester Jojo Lastimosa. Roel Gomez in the corner has Jaworski on him. It's going to be a reach-in foul on Jaworski.
And that will be number 5 on him. They are in the penalty. They have been in the penalty for quite a while.
1 minute and 12 seconds to go. A 10-point lead by Alaska.
Well, Sonny losing his footing there and getting entangled with Gomez. That is 4th personal foul.
Well,
making
Gomez.
The first free throw. Getting warmed up there.
Gary Valenciano and Ruel Santiago also here, and we told you everybody's here tonight.
Big crowd here. About 10. Almost 11,000.
It is a 12-point lead for Alaska Milk. They're looking pretty good here, despite the fact that Frankie Lim is still on the bench with Bong Alvarez. But then some of the pillars of strength for Ginebra are also on the bench. Chito Loizaga riding out some foul trouble. He'll be back.
That's the problem with Ginebra. They're playing with a lot of the guard line, and they're not really playing with people in the right line, with the forwards that they need, and they're beginning to suffer.
Bounced off Ray Cuenco's foot that time. Triple try will not go. Ravanes puts it back up. Nandi Garcia is fouled.
And who's the only one rebounding? It's as if Alaska is the, everybody's doing the rebounding with Ginebra not having enough people, big people.
Yes, that's showing definitely. And that's been the story in this ball game.
Injury timeout, Alaska.
Nandi Garcia got poked in the eye in that time.
44 seconds left. A 12-point lead being enjoyed right now by the Alaska Milkmen. Sonny talking to his assistant coach, Arlene Rodriguez. The reaction job that is needed to get some big men there. You cannot continue to play with 4 guards against a team that rebounds well, no? And is as quick as you are, and maybe even quicker.
And Dondon Apalayo getting through a bout of the cramps is going to give them 1 big man on the floor, at least, or 2 with Ray Cuenco there.
They played too long with 4 guards on the floor, and that really hurt them.
They almost got pounded to bits by Alaska. Nandi Garcia makes it a 13-point lead.
It's Cuenco that's going to be taken out there.
But still 4 guards on the floor for Ginebra San Miguel. Nandi Garcia thought it was short. It still fell in.
It's a 14-point lead now being enjoyed by Alaska.
That's the biggest of the ball game.
Yes.
Matthews
with people stepping all over his foot there, and no calls were made.
And he's limping a bit now. Trying to shake it off. Lastimosa double teamed up high. Gomez. Chambers on the outside. 8 seconds on the shot clock. To Gomez, poised for a triple. Makes it!
And a big one here.
3 points.
They've gotten all the breaks here with 10 seconds left. Distrito, and there's going to be a bump foul there called on Gomez. A useless one because Distrito was going nowhere. But because of the penalty, he'll go to the free throw line, you know.
15-point lead for Alaska. 8 seconds to go. Bong Alvarez is going to come back into the ball game for a last-second stab for Alaska Milk.
And they have one more opportunity. If Distrito should make the 2 free throws, they will have possession and have 1 attempt. But Distrito is long on the first free throw.
A bit too flat on that try.
And because of the big lead, that allows the good substitution as Alvarez and Lim are back in the ball game. Team Cone may be looking for the kill, you know, going into the fourth, no? With this maybe last play and going for the kill.
Rudy Distrito trying to fire up his team. Gets the bounce. Jaworski almost took it away from Nandy Garcia. Time's running down. Lim takes it. Doesn't get it. And at the end of 3 quarters of war, it's still Alaska. We'll be back with the fourth.
It's time for dinner. Mom, let me help you get that.
To have family is everything.
I got a new girlfriend.
To have them around you more than everything. At some point, they will pass the pancit, the salad, and the phone. From this table to their table in the Philippines, we reach across the sea and smile.
Here's the phone, Dad.
Now families who call the Philippines are staying closer and saving more. The AT&T Reach Out World Plan. Call and sign up today.
Credit? Okay lang. George's Jewelers. Naglilingkod sa mga Pilipino sa San Jose, Redwood City at Salinas kung saan ang credit ninyo ay aprobado na. Itong Pasko, puntahan ninyong alinman sa aming 5 branches o tumawag sa 1-800-395-7464 and ask for your $5,000 instant credit. George's Jewelers has the lowest prices, best quality, and your credit is guaranteed. Itong Pasko, tandaan, George's Jewelers. Instant credit na, may instant regalo pa. Call 1-800-395-7464.
Time magazine called him the master funny man of the age. Now, for the first time ever, the legendary king of comedy and music is captured on video in the best of Victor Borga.
Pardon me, madam, are you laying eggs?
Recorded live, this collector's edition of Priceless Comedy is a must for every Victor Borga fan. It's the incomparable Victor Borga in his best love, most heartwarming comedy performance of all time. The best of Victor Borga on VHS is only $19.95 plus $3.95 postage and handling. To order your personal copy, you must act now.
Joins his bruised and battered compatriots on the floor as we open the fourth quarter. Alaska is up 88-74.
Enjoying a 14-point lead, and Matthews picking up Gomez. Well, the Ginebra squad is not going with people that are in foul trouble. They really have no choice. No, it's really this or that, and another pickup ball underneath the basket here by Alvarez, and he stuffs it in.
Gomez.
So it's 90-74, a 16-point lead now.
Another good break for Alaska. Gomez put up a haphazard shot. The turnover story, Alaska.
Well, it's Ginebra 7.
Ginebra that had 7.
There's a miscue there.
Isaac to Distrito. Baseline jumper for Distrito seems to be working. He has 7 points.
Well, not enough yet. Obviously, remember the last time out, he had a better performance as he kept the team alive there in the third quarter. The third quarter in this ballgame was all Alaska. There's the low post play for Chambers, who kicks it out to Gomez. Long on the three-point shot, but they're not afraid to take those kind of shots.
Alvarez goes up hard and gets the bucket.
You know why they're not afraid to take those kind of shots? Because they're getting the offensive rebounds. So the guy is almost always confident when he takes the shot. We may miss, but we'll get a second chance. No?
They've been murdering Ginebra in that department. Ever since the first half, there's going to be a hooking foul on Nandy Garcia.
And you see the fans of the Alaska Milkman waving the flags. There are bigger flags there in the gallery. Matthews cannot even poise. We have Ampalayo ready to take a three-point shot, and he's been successful at that.
Ampalayo, 3 points.
Dondon Palayo trying to spark Ginebra back into contention in this ball game. He has 8 points, 2 3-pointers.
There is really a lot of time. We're just at the start of the fourth quarter.
Alvarez weaving out of trouble, goes up and nobody home.
Ginebra's looking the other way on a one-on-one move. Alvarez, Lastimosa, and Chambers are the only players given the one-on-one move, but they've been doing well.
Sonny Jaworski going deeper into his bench now, finds Bennett Palad at the scorer's table. Distrito gets continuation.
Distrito creating room for himself there in that play.
Foul Garcia.
Paulo Nandi Garcia, his third. 2 team fouls on Alaska. Ginebra still clean. 10 minutes and a second left. 94-81 is the tally.
Palad being called back to the bench. Maybe it was for Distrito.
Yes.
And Distrito just made that 2-point shot and has a 3-point play coming up.
He's in double figures now.
5 points in this quarter.
Ravana is bringing the ball up. No true point guard for Alaska, and they've tried this time and time again to give them more size. Chambers double teamed up high. Distrito a bit too close for comfort. That's number 5 on Rudy.
Foul Distrito.
And Wes Matthews has been limping, has been unable to move as well. This was the play where he got hurt there. Took off and fell awkwardly and was limping after that, and that's why he's not as mobile as he normally is.
3 Ginebra players with 5 personal fouls now.
Chambers getting away from Loizaga, splits the middle.
Well, Chambers did exactly that play that won them the ball game in the first game, you know. Nobody helped out. They did not anticipate that Chambers would be the one to make that kind of a shot.
Isaac forced to put up a shot against 2 people. Garcia just takes it away.
And there was no more teamwork there, as Isaac could have dropped off to Chito Loizaga. Instead, an individual move.
Gomez bombs away
there
again.
Is another 3-point shot. And Alaska is really bombarding Ginebra with a lot. Gomez has hit a couple of 3-point shots.
They're firing away on all cylinders now and trying to psych Ginebra out as well. And
Ginebra may have given up the way Matthews is playing. You know, it's up for the coaching staff because he's not coming back anymore, and he's not been defending.
Chambers gets a bump, but gets the bucket too. And Sonny Jaworski's seen enough. He needs a timeout.
Timeout, Ginebra, San Miguel.
He babies me a lot. You know, my friends say that.
We love to travel, and that's really our hobby.
It is so nice to know that if things have to be taken care of while we're gone, that we can call American Savings Bank and again get hold of Michelle and ask her to take care of all of these little things for us.
I'm 74 years old, and I don't have another 74 years to go back and build it up again.
We came up with the idea years ago. Today, we've got even bigger ideas. Ideas for better health and a better environment. Ideas that can help end poverty and hunger once and for all. From help to hope, care.
This is not a drill.
Roger, have target in sight.
This is what we do.
Swimmer away.
Every day in the Coast Guard. Battling the elements to save lives is just one of the real missions we tackle.
Swimmer checking victim. Coming up.
Be part of the action in the Coast Guard. Call now toll free.
Each day, thousands of lives are saved or enhanced through modern medical technology. But without the foundation of a sound clinical laboratory, medical treatments would disappear. You see, behind every medical procedure and the health and welfare of each and every patient stand a team of clinical laboratory scientists and technicians. These professionals perform laboratory tests which are vital to the diagnosis and treatment of disease. Tests for cholesterol, cancer, blood cell counts, pregnancy, drug monitoring, and organ
transplant compatibility are a few examples of the sophisticated analyses that clinical laboratory scientists conduct. An alarming shortage of qualified clinical laboratory personnel is jeopardizing the very backbone of the entire medical profession.
Leo Isaac gets a left-handed reverse layup the hard way, trims Alaska's lead. Punch out with 12 points and 4 rebounds, and Sonny Jaworski digs deeper into his bench and finds J.V. Gayoso. He and Bennett Palad are seeing action for the first time.
Well, obviously, he knows it's going to be a very hard comeback for his team, and he wants to try some new people. And at the same time, maybe rest the others, no? So there's still a game on Sunday.
Ampalayo reaching in on Sean Chambers. That's the third on Dondon Ampalayo.
He takes off that mask. Third personal foul, third team foul called against Ginebra. Alaska is shooting 4 here in this quarter.
Chambers top of the key. Double team, triple team. He's hammered.
And a deliberate foul called against one of the players here.
Let's see who it's on.
Deliberate foul, Isaac.
Isaac called for a deliberate foul.
Isaac.
And he's going to have to sit down for 3 playing minutes.
Yes.
Some frustration beginning to show on the part of the Ginebra players. Jaworski wearily checks in for Leo Isaac.
Chambers making that free throw.
But can he make the second?
Well, you know, they're more relaxed now. There's less pressure, you know. They have a big lead. The other team is losing its players on personal fouls. I think he'll be relaxed now. There it is.
It's the curse of the broadcast right there. The 20-point lead for Alaska. Bennett Palad with a difficult reverse. There's going to be a traveling violation on Roel Gomez, trying to keep the ball away from Sonny Jaworski. Alaska has done everything, and now they're going to try to break Ginebra's spirit as well, which is probably impossible.
Well, for this game, it is very possible. Palad is now being replaced here by Villanil, who started off for Ginebra. This is in contrast to the first 2 games, no? The important thing here for Alaska was they continued to rebound well, and they defended well, and they tried something new. There's the block.
J.V. Gayoso disappeared under 3 Alaska players, and so did the basketball.
Well, you can't really expect too much from these rookies because they have not been given a lot of playing time. And this is championship spirit right now here, championship time.
Gomez will try another triple. Gets it!
And Gomez has had a terrific evening, you know. Been very steady and a nice pick, the 3rd pick actually.
He has been Alaska's hired gun in this series. Matthews trying to be creative, gets a basket, a rare breath of offense from Wes Matthews. He has 21 points and 8 rebounds, but anemic in comparison to his average, even in the series.
You know, partner, something that's funny, you know, that has happened in the past, and I'm almost always certain of it, is when somebody wins the most valuable import, he doesn't really come up with a good game.
Gomez, 3 points.
That night. Comfortable.
Yes, that night. And Gomez hits his 4th rainbow shot. That is really what has buried Ginebra away in this ballgame.
Jaworski trying to get it on Palayo. It's a turnover for Ginebra. 110 to 86 is the score. 5 minutes and 27 seconds Ginebra's fate has been in stark contrast to the first two games.
Well, I don't think they're in there anymore. It's a 2-1 lead for Alaska, and Ginebra just has to go back to the drawing board, find some solutions.
Chambers, meanwhile, continues to pick them apart. A deliberate foul is
Another
called.
deliberate foul called on Villanelle this time.
Deliberate foul, Villanelle.
His third personal
Warning
foul.
on Villanelle.
And he likewise is banished to the bench for at least 3 basketball minutes, and Rudy Distrito
Villanelle
comes in.
Oh, that was a loud smack there. That is uncalled for, you know. I mean, maybe losing, but that's not the way.
Alaska going for the jugular here, not letting up a bit. As we said, small leads have not been saved. Big leads, maybe.
Well, but this lead is enough to win. And you can see the momentum. Ginebra is already out of it because of the fact that they could never stay with the rebounding department of Alaska.
Plus, their defense started falling apart. Their players started getting into foul trouble.
Especially their big men, and that hurt them. No? And then Matthews unable to score. Matthews is, well, he's got 2 days to rest.
Look. Meanwhile, J.B. Gayoso pops a surprise three-pointer.
Oh, Gomez was surprised that Gayoso was going to take the shot, so he gave him that room.
Well, they'll try anything to get back into this game. Chambers whips a pass to Ravanes, who's hammered under the basket by Gayoso.
Foul, Gayoso.
Chambers probably asking, why am I still in here?
For insurance.
It's just the effect of putting the other team away completely, no?
And hoping that it will brand an impression that Ginebra will carry into the next game.
Yes. And so Alaska again will be within 1 game of winning its first championship. That happened to them last year when they took a 2-0 lead and then lost to the Hot Dogs, Pure Foods Hot Dogs.
Another offensive rebound. Alvarez has it smacked out of bounds by Wes Matthews. 114-89, and some of the Ginebra gallery has given up tonight.
Yes.
Under 5 minutes to play.
Oh, their worst game here. Gomez going for another one, but not this time. Matthews picking the rebound.
To the rebound. Trying to open things up. Fakes, goes up in the air. He's fouled and gets the basket. Chambers can't believe it.
Foul, Chambers.
Matthews will be at the line, and the one who shoots best from the line will be our sharp shooter at the end of the ball game.
114-91, 22-point lead now, 114-92. And Alaska over 110 points, no? And on exceptional shooting and second chance points here, especially in the second half of play.
Garcia will try his luck from triple country. Jaworski, the defensive rebound, pitches it ahead to Matthews, slams it home. We have a timeout by Tim Cone.
Okay lang, George's Jewelers. Naglilingkod sa mga Pilipino sa San Jose, Redwood City at Salinas kung saan ang credit ninyo ay aprobado na. Itong Pasko, puntahan ninyong alinman sa aming 5 branches o tumawag sa 1-800-395-7464 and ask for your $5,000 instant credit. George's Jewelers has the lowest prices, best quality, and your credit is guaranteed. Itong Pasko, tandaan, George's Jewelers. Instant credit na, may instant regalo pa. Call 1-800-395-7464.
There are 28 teams in the NFL, over 1,200 players, some good, some better, yet they all share the same dream, to make it to the game that will determine the entire season, to be here at the Metrodome on January the 26th. Take it from someone who's been on the field and in the booth. Only one magazine captures all the drama, all the excitement that leads to football's final conflict, the Sporting News. And now you can get the Sporting News at a super price. Each week you get reports on every pro team, strategy, matchups, incredible stats, plus complete off-season coverage and all the college action too. It's a hard-hitting look at football you just can't get anywhere else. And not just football, you get the inside story on basketball, hockey, and baseball too. So to follow all of the drama, all of the excitement, all of the battles that lead to that certain Sunday in January, you need the Sporting News.
Once upon a time, the automakers opposed installing seat belts in cars. And airbags? Automakers opposed them too. And for 15 years, the big car companies have been saying they can't build fuel-efficient cars without also building unsafe cars. Even though fuel efficiency has doubled and the highway death rate has been cut in half in the same period. We can do even better than that. We've got to. Automakers, don't slam the brakes on America again.
If you love watching videos but are tired of never seeing your favorites, CMC, the California Music Channel, can make your dreams come true. Every weekday afternoon from 3:30 to 4:30 and late night 12:30 to 1, CMC plays the videos you want to see. Call CMC toll-free to request your favorites. CMC plays more of the videos you ask for, plus gives away everything from hot concert tickets to great getaways. Everybody's a winner on CMC. The next big winner could be you. So tune in and turn up CMC every weekday 3:30 to 4:30 and late night 12:30 to 1 on KTSF Channel 26.
Alaska, J.V. Gills are going to go strong, gets a fast break layup.
Well, Chambers did not challenge him in that play. That was a lot of hustle provided by the rookie J.B. Gayoso. Ampalayo also putting some hustle there against Robanes.
They get the ball safely across the timeline. Robanes to Alvarez. Has two men on him. Goes up a second time. One-hander doesn't go. They battle for it. Jaworski takes it. Alvarez lunges for it. Takes it away from Jaworski. Robanes is under the basket, decides to go back out.
That's a wise thing to do.
They'll use up the shot clock. Chambers
extending its defense, and there's a foul by Ampalayo. That's downstairs. That will be number 4 on him.
Foul, Ampalayo.
That puts Ginebra in the penalty with 3 minutes and 28 seconds to go. Alaska has 5 team fouls.
Ginebra's been in the penalty every quarter in this ball game, and there's Gomez holding on to his head up there. It's a coins or what?
Something flying down from the gallery. Sonny Jaworski complaining that...
Yeah, you gave the ball. That's live.
We should start counting 5 seconds.
You have to go with the rules. You cannot extend the rules to suit something.
Robanes. Garcia on the outside. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Chambers goes up over Ampalayo.
Big bucket. Chambers, by the way, has a triple-double in this ball game. Not that many points, although 33 is still very good, and he's right on his average.
15 rebounds and 10 assists to boot. Distrito plus a block shot on Rudy Distrito.
Okay. Chambers wasn't going to give him that.
They decide to use the time, and why not?
Some people leaving there downstairs.
They've conceded this game to Alaska. Gayoso reaching in. He'll send Nandy Garcia to the line.
Gayoso.
And with that, a couple of hundred more spectators turn their backs and leave.
We have, what's this time? 2:27?
2:37.
2:37. Well, Garcia and Gomez certainly blossomed in the championship series, as shown in the last game. Both of them contributing a total of 24 points, but it was not a winning cause. However, tonight it has certainly helped their team.
Roel Gomez with his 4 triples is a strong candidate for our Jollibee best player, and J.V. Gayoso trying to make up the difference in a big way, but it's still 118 to 98.
It shows that the guy is capable of playing, obviously. Just that there's Gayoso meeting Chambers head up, giving up the foul. Palad is about to come into the ball game also for Rudy Distrito.
Matthews.
Oh, for Matthews. Matthews has been limping, and Matthews has sub-performance.
You know, I was just going to say, Andy, that this might be the best time to take him out because that injury might get worse. And, you know, if this game is over, no sense in risking further damage to that ankle.
That's very correct. And, you know, you've got to undergo therapy. Put that thing on ice and then go undergo therapy if you have any sprained ankle or what.
Make the swelling go down. A dejected Wes Matthews.
His worst performance maybe in this series, no? And the other one counting the first time that they lost to Alaska when they got blown off the court also.
Roel Gomez, Alaska just kicking the ball around now, wasting the time.
Last 2 minutes. Last 2 minutes.
These last 2 minutes are brought to you by Emperador Brandy. Enjoy it like a king. That's another offensive rebound for Alaska. And that's been the big story here.
And Alaska will use the 25-second shot clock to the hilt. They will win this by a very big margin. 21-point lead right now. Ginebra has not even gotten to the century mark, and Gomez a long three-point shot there, but not going in this time.
Bennett Palad back in the ball game. Drives strong, goes up, tries to get some more stats for himself. Gayoso will try to do the same.
Gayoso has been playing well offensively and with a lot of hustle, which is what they needed.
In fact, Alaska has played quite well. They didn't need their big men anymore. They're about to just check in now, take out the rest of the starters. A minute and 5 seconds to go. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Alvarez will take a long three-pointer and make it.
Everything going.
Alvarez, 3-point.
One of those big nights as you take a look at the Oiteng Sus. Very happy there's going to be a... Oh, I thought there was a foul call.
Palad is held on to there by Sean Chambers. 22-point lead for Alaska. 122 to 153 seconds to go. That stops play for Chambers to go out. As well as Bong Alvarez, Alex Araneta, and Eton Navarro come into the ball game.
The two main core of their offensive game, that's Chambers and Alvarez. Plus, of course, the support of Frankie Lim and Gomez, who played very well. All of these guys, as a team effort, Alaska was unbeatable in this game tonight.
I think that's the word. 25 points for Bong Alvarez, 11 rebounds and a blocked shot. Sean Chambers, 34 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists.
See, but it was a very close game until the last few minutes of the third quarter. That's when Alaska began to pull away. And one man was responsible for that. And then the start of the fourth.
That was when Ginebra threw away 7 turnovers in the third quarter. Garcia will try another triple. This one's short. Distrito ahead to Palad. All that remains to be settled is the final count. Palad is fouled by Garcia. Trying to go for the block there.
Foul Garcia.
Well, a lot of the timeouts were not used in this ball game. Both teams still having 3 left. And obviously we'll have a long ending for ourselves here.
You had to bring it up, huh? You had to bring it up.
Not like the other game when all the 14 timeouts were used, huh?
Yes, when a serious challenge was posed by Pepsi Cola, they were down by 27 points, cut it down to 5, but it was just too much to ask for. Liboy Ravanes may be starting a new career as a point guard.
That's not an unfamiliar position for him, because he has been, well, he's not a good passer, but he does dribble well.
Been a solid utility man for the Alaska franchise. Tried to get it to Navarro, was cutting to the hoop. 122 to 103. Ampalay will try to end things for Ginebra. It doesn't get the roll, so Alaska gets the biggest win of the final series, 122 to 103, the big breakthrough we were talking about. Andy and I will wrap up this ball game and give out our post-game awards and a hefty analysis from the doctor after these.